Inkanyamba's rage had reached new levels. The dark-haired girl who had plunged the dagger into his side still eluded him, although now he remembered why she had tried to kill him. "You killed my father!" the girl had screamed as she plunged the dagger into his side. Inkanyamba didn't remember killing her father, but he had killed a lot of people, so forgetting one was not surprising. "Even so, her attack on my person cannot be ignored. She will pay for what she did to me." He stood outside the carnival, its garish floodlights illuminating the night sky, squeals of children and animals alike coming from within. Here in this place of merriment, he would finally end the girl who had plagued his mind like a swarm of locusts. A pesky thought poked at Inkanyamba. If I killed her father, then why would I give her the dagger? Why would I give my enemy a weapon to hurt me with? But introspection did not suit Inkanyamba, and he quickly focused his wrath on the task at hand. She is here, and I will find her. And I will carve her for my pleasure. This ends tonight. Welcome back, friends and scoundrels. I'm Bran.
And I'm Lynn.
And Sarah's off today. And episode number 4 of the Inkanyamba franchise. So, into the boring part. Kill rules. Special setup. Place the Killer Wrath card in the play area and place a tracking marker on level 2. Include both Atonement action cards in the action tableau. Special rules. Killer Wrath. Whenever you are instructed to increase or decrease Wrath, move the tracking marker on the Killer Wrath card up or down the appropriate number of levels. The marker can never be below 1 or above 10, so ignore any additional increase or decrease that would move the marker beyond those levels. Whenever you are instructed to unleash Wrath, check the current level on the Killer Wrath card and apply any effects listed there. This may include increasing horror, Inkanyamba recovering health, Inkanyamba performing a killer action, or a combination of things. Some card effects will allow you to reduce Wrath, but the primary way is to purchase and play Atonement action cards. Atonement action cards. They may be played to try to decrease Killer Wrath or Divine Wrath. They are unique in that there is an additional success line if you get 3 or more success in a horror roll. My goodness.
Horror.
It's going to be one of those days, apparently.
Great.
Location. Carnival of Blood. Special setup. Set up the game as normal with the following changes to the item deck when playing with Carnival of Blood. Oh, I didn't do that right. I'm going to have to redo that. Should probably read these before I set up.
Probably.
Set the 3 item trap cards aside and shuffle the remaining item cards. Deal out 3 decks of 2 item cards face down and randomly add 1 item trap card face down to each deck. Then shuffle the 3 item decks separately. Deal out 1 item card face up on top of each item deck. Return the unused item cards to the location box or set them off to the side because a lot of times you need them anyways. When finished, you will have 3 item decks of 4 cards, each with an item trap hidden inside. Special rules. Carnival of Blood comes with 2 kinds of traps, item traps and terror traps. Item traps. There are 3 item traps randomly hidden within the item decks during setup. They will only be discovered by searching at a search location. Each item deck will have a single item trap, but you won't know where in the deck they are located. After successfully searching, if you draw an item trap, you must resolve it unless otherwise noted, i.e. you have Zappo with you. If your search revealed an item in addition to the item trap, you may still take the item, but must resolve the trap first. Item trap cards are discarded after they are resolved unless otherwise noted. Terror traps. There are 3 terror trap cards in the Carnival of Blood terror deck. They may be revealed during the killer phase when a terror card is drawn. When a terror trap card is drawn, resolve it like you would any other terror card. When the terror trap card instructs you to place the accompanying trap token, place it in your current space. The effects of the trap occur immediately and apply to you and any victims in your space. Victims are always killed, but each trap affects you differently. Refer to the terror trap reference card for each trap's specific effects. After resolving the trap's effects, finish resolving the terror trap card if there are any other effects to resolve, and discard it as normal. Trap tokens are not discarded and remain on the board for the rest of the game. Each time you or a victim enters a space with a trap token, apply the trap's effects accordingly. Enemies are not affected by trap tokens for any reason and completely ignore them. And scenario. Wrath in games. Found a girl. Asami. Setup. Ring around the rosies. Rosie. Ring around the Rosie.
Pockets full of posies.
Items. Set up the item deck as normal. Events. Set up the event deck as normal. Carnival of Blood terror cards. 3 of them. Where the hell did the blades come from? Welcome to the greatest show. Is this a prop? Inkanyamba tarot cards. Wrath of Defilers, Wrath of Blood, Wrath of Horror, Wrath of Death. They disrespected him and now he wants their blood. He's coming and there's nothing we can do, ×2. Dark Power. Set up the Dark Power cards as normal. Mostly did that. Finale. Set up the Finale card as normal. Also mostly did that. I pulled out the ones for the next one.
Mm-hmm.
Special rules. The tracking marker on the Killer Wrath card starts the game at level 9. In addition to the 6 zero-cost action cards, start the game with an Atonement card in hand. And set the Ceremonial Dagger card from Sacred Groves next to the board. Set that off to the side up by the item stuff. Place a tracking marker in Inkanyamba's starting space. This is a Ceremonial Dagger. If you enter this space, you may immediately pick it up and place it into your hand or backpack. The Ceremonial Dagger does 2 damage instead of 1. Alrighty, so we got the event deck sorted out. Let's see what our event is. Run, I'll hold them off. There's a fine line between courage and idiocy. The victim closest to you is your fiancé. If an enemy would move into your space while the fiancé is there, instead kill the fiancé and the enemy stays where they are. If your fiancé is killed by a trap, 5 horror. If the fiancé leaves play, discard this card. Okay. So, eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Do that lone guy there.
Which one? There's 2.
The one in the brown space.
Oh, I suppose I only need 1. Roll 1. We'll let the dice decide. 2 through 5, it's this guy. This guy is my fiancé.
Your fancy?
My fiancé. Okay. Suppose we should get started now.
If we must.
Dang it. Like, kind of already where I want to be. Think I hear screaming at the far end of the park, so I'm gonna try to get some people out of here. I don't know what the heck's going on, but I gotta take out the trash.
You're in Egypt.
I am.
So what are you doing?
I'm going for a walk.
Risky.
2, 3. Do I want to go ahead and start doing that?
Start doing what? Burning cards?
Yeah. I'm just going to take the 1, move here, time down, and just continue our walk. Now I'm going to burn a couple cards. Short rest and weak attack. Get up under the camera. Change that. So this guy says he's okay, but these guys are really freaking out. So that's 1. That gives me 2 spaces to move. Minus the time. So Asami, I can take a search action, heal, move 1 space, or down 2 horror.
Given how high your wrath is, probably horror. Doesn't the wrath make your horror go down? Where it's at?
I mean, it's gonna do it no matter what.
Proof.
I think I'm gonna take a free search card though. I'm gonna take a free search card and move the horror down too. And I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do a focus.
Get back together.
Getting the band back together. Oh, I forgot to take my search card. So downtime, 1 success. So that's down horror 1. All right, and then I'm gonna do an atonement. Go ahead and just decrease by half. So it's at 9. Let's decrease by half, round it up. So it's 4.5. So that's by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Not a bad atonement.
Not terrible. Not terrible at all. All right. And I think I will end my turn there before I run out of more stuff. Take a sprint and a close call. Reset. Killer's phase. If wrath is at 1 or 2, increase by 1. It's at neither. Target, victim, or final girl. Then kill. There's nobody in a space. Straight to the terror. Wrath of Blood. Unleash wrath. Good thing I atoned. So horror up 1. Target victim and move. Go here. Increase wrath equal to the bloodlust level. Is that what, 1?
Yeah, 1.
Target victim, move, and stab.
Inkanyamba watched as a painter marked his artistry on the fairground signs. He wondered if the artist was aware of the vibrant hue of his blood. Regardless, he would show him, and the gods would be pleased. The painter stood on a scaffold which Inkanyamba. I've been saying it wrong the entire time.
It's a weird one. Inkanyamba
managed to topple over. Bones snapped as the man hit the ground, and he let out a wild scream. Inkanyamba approached him, cutting through his chest slowly and deliberately. As the last drop of blood spurted onto the ground, Inkanyamba could feel the satisfaction of his divine masters.
The M's silent, like a T.
The M is silent? Are you sure?
like that T.
There's a T?
In Voldemort.
Oh. Well, am I saying it wrong or not?
No, you're good. I think the M and the B come close enough together that
I'll just continue to say it either.
Say it however.
Ways.
Just say it however. Alrighty. So killer killed a person. Oh, blood tracks got to go up. Panic phase. Nobody to panic. Nothing to upkeep. My turn. So we're going to do a sprint. I only have 2. Only have 2 dice. I just went over this. I'm going to close call this one. Doesn't matter. So I'm going to give up my search, my focus, clear out my hand, because I want to go 1, 2, 3, and we're going to move a space up here. Okay. Oh, and I lose a time. Take a close call. Take all these back. Nope, don't do that yet, you ding dong.
Well, we established earlier you're in Egypt, so.
Yeah. I think I'm okay with atonement at the moment.
Hi, baby.
I want to take another sprint and take a search.
Oh, is that kidding me? I dropped the over there. Oh.
All right. So, planning phase done. Killer phase. Increase our wrath is at 1 or 2. It's not, so we're gonna essentially skip that for a while until it's relevant again.
If it's relevant again.
Target victim. Nobody to stab. Terror card. Welcome to the greatest show. Event card. Mirrors everywhere. I think I got him. Oh no! If you attack and there are 1 or more victims in your space, a victim dies for every 1 you roll. Oof.
What was that? One more time.
If you make an attack and there are 1 or more victims in your space, a victim dies for every 1 that you roll.
Oh, jeez.
All victims when move space closer to the big top. It's in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's getting crowded.
Place the killer at the big top. Poof. Well, this is going to be a little crazy here in a sec. Oh, no. If an enemy would move into your space while the fiance is there, that's not my space.
That's not your space.
Okay.
Is the fiance about to die?
So, this is about to be a mess here in a moment, but first, let's make a big mess. Now, since the fiance is there, do I want to be thematic?
And kill the fiance?
Yeah. Be super mean to myself. I think he would take priority.
I think so too. The fiance always takes.
It's not going to be super mean. He has to be killed by a trap.
Oh.
But he's helping. Our plan is to help people. So.
Does he have to be killed by a trap, or if he's killed by a trap?
If he's killed by a trap, it goes up by 5. So it's not going to have that big of an effect on me.
Other than your heart is going to be broken.
Right. Be crushed.
It's going to be crushed.
We're going to kill him. Dead.
Give your fiance a name.
Jerry.
The freak show was over, and now it was time for the tribal dance, and Jerry was awestruck by the ancient and wild dancing figures. They beckoned for him to come on stage. As he entered the circling of twirling figures, he saw a tall man in a mask who appeared enraged. He dashed between the dancers as Jerry tried to keep eyes on him. Then he felt a searing pain on his arm, and his legs and torso. He was stabbing him as he passed between the showmen. Then the show was over, and left behind was Jerry's body, drenched in blood.
Ooh. I feel like there was a real missed opportunity to not name him Steven.
Yeah?
And take some emotional damage.
Oh, emotional.
All right. Panic time. 6 here. Got 3 going this way. And 1 going this way. So that was panic phase. Upkeep phase. Nothing to keep up. Then back to me, I suppose.
Are you making your way around to the ceremonial dagger?
Well, I've still got one more person that I got to try to save to finish off my card because she's only got 4. I'm just trying to decide which way to go. And I'm gonna do a sprint. Oh no, I don't want to sprint yet. I'm gonna do a focus. I give up my weak attack and short rest. Change that to a success. So I get 2 time and 1 less horror. So now I have 3.
So you're more confident in your sprinting abilities.
Now I'm going to sprint. Good enough. Move up to 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3, and -1 time. And do a walk. Alrighty. 2, move them out. Take a health, but that doesn't matter because I'm not owied yet. Surprisingly, as much as I've walked and run.
Right. So what is her power? Her ability?
Hold on, let me finish this.
Okay.
All right. So Asami, whenever you draw at least 1 item card, draw an extra card and choose one. You are immune to item trap cards. For each additional victim saved, recover health.
Nice.
Yeah. And one of them, somebody, thought they had seen a knife sitting over here. Something. That's what we're going to go with anyways.
Probably that last one you just saved because they were nearby.
So, I'm going to finish my movement to come here. And think I'm going to stop there for the time being. So, we have 6 that we can take. I'm going to take another sprint. Take my close call. So it's 3. I'm going to be a little bit weird today. I'm going to take an improvised card. Ooh. So an improvised card. Until this action phase ends, all 3s and 4s are successes. For the next horror roll, only all 3s and 4s are successes. For the next horror roll only. That's 2 successes, 1 success, respectively. Respectively. Respectfully. No successes. Horror goes up and lose a time. Okay. Killer's turn. Everybody ran away from him. So there's nobody to kill.
Sad for him.
He's coming, and there's nothing we can do. If there are no victims on the board, discard and draw the next terror card. Otherwise, horror goes up 1. Target a victim, move, and stab. So the largest group went this way, so he's going to follow them. And stabby stab.
She had been running for hours through the carnival, and Inkanyamba seemed to have never broken a sweat. He was wearing her down, and she knew it. He was always just behind her, keeping pace. Her heart felt like it could burst, and she finally gave in, collapsing as she gasped for air. As she lay there weak and exhausted, he simply approached and pushed his hand against her throat, closing her windpipe. She tried to scream and kick at him, but she lacked the energy. Giving into the panic, a tear streamed down her face and her eyes darkened.
Poor Susie.
She didn't even have a name.
I just named her.
You can't just name dead people.
I can. How are they going to go on the kill count if they don't have a name? The rules are that they have to have a name.
This is true. How's she going to vote if she doesn't have a name?
Right? Okay.
Sorry.
Panic phase. 5 and 1. Back to the big top for you. Upkeep phase. Nothing doing there. So, I think I'm going to go ahead and do a focus. I'm not going to use that yet. Ouch. Close call it is. -2 time. I'm not happy with you now. Oh, jeez.
Oops, I forgot to take that off. I'm sorry.
Guess I'll give up lock my other close call. Change that to a success. That way we at least achieve that, but we lose another time. And I guess we'll stop there for now.
For now.
And we'll take the distraction. And killer phase. He scared everybody away again. He's really got to stop doing that. Wrath of Defilers. Unleash Wrath. So horror up 2. Bugger. Increase Wrath equal to the number of victims that have been saved. Oof. Do you suppose that's a typo or...
Nope. You've saved 4 people, it goes up 4.
Equal to... Okay. Right back where we started. Because some of them say by and some of them say to. We're interpreting 2 to be 2 that number.
I don't know.
But who knows with this game. Target of people, move, and stab.
Back to the big top.
Back to the big top, I think.
And
and he's going to kill him.
You say it's move and stab there. The workmen hammered massive tent poles into the ground as they erected the carnival grounds. Billy, a dense and brawny man, took his break by the tree line. He removed a sandwich from his bag and munched on it. After a moment, he heard someone approaching him from behind and readied himself. A voice spoke. For desecrating these sacred grounds, I shall dress them in your blood. He turned around, unprepared for what he encountered. A tall man dressed in ceremonial garb attacked him with blades that sang through the air. Before he could react, the man had pierced his skin, ripping flesh in wide gashes. Before long, he was dead, and his body was flayed out on the grassy tree line.
Ooh.
What happens when you try to just erect tents when there's, dead bodies everywhere? Just going about your business still.
Well, I mean, there's spare parts for building the tent, though, now.
Are you calling Jerry spare parts?
Yeah, you can use the bones for supports.
Oh my god.
This is a horror movie after all.
Jerry deserved better.
Well, that's what he gets for dying on me. Nobody to panic. Nothing to upkeep. My turn. Oh, we gotta finish this. Volatile temper. At the end of the upkeep, make a horror roll. There's a success, no effect. Fail, unleash wrath. Oh, geez. So I guess there is something to upkeep. Dead to me. All right. Woohoo.
Woohoo!
Woohoo.
It's wonderful to think about Tigger.
Stickers are wonderful things. All right. That's not going to make too much of a difference. Use our distraction. Time for our distraction. Oh, jeez. A short rest and focus. Make that a success. So horror down 1. Oops, I forgot to reset my time. Time up 1. And, well, bugger. Go for a little jog. Fudge. Give up weak attack and walk. Make that a success. So just move up to 2 spaces. 1, 2. Because I traveled through, I get the ceremonial dagger. And why not? Let's do a search. Where are we at? We're at Forest of Horrors. When an enemy specifically targets the final girl, you may use the disguise makeup kit to treat yourself. Let's do a search. All right. So still losing time. Oh, that's right. It went up 1. So I take top 2 item cards, and I take an extra one
Because of your special ability?
because of my special ability. So knockout gas. I don't think that does anything. Knockout gas trap. It's a trap. Knockout gas blasts you in the face as you search. Fall asleep immediately in the action phase and set the time marker to 0. Recover heart from a good rest. But traps don't affect me because of my special power.
No effect.
So now I can take the disguise and makeup kit or mysterious pills. Discard this during the action phase and choose one of the following: reduce horror or regain 2 hearts. I think I'm gonna take the mysterious pills and just hold on to it for now. All right, I'm gonna end there. Walk, take a close call. And retaliate while I've got a bit. And I guess I'll take my other close call. I'll probably not do a whole lot next round.
No.
No.
Why not?
So I don't have a whole lot to do.
You have a killer to kill.
I do.
And it's his turn.
It is his turn. So there's nobody to kill there. Where the hell did the blades come from? Place the spinning floor blade trap token in your space. Immediately apply the trap's effects. See the terror trap reference card. And you and any victims in your space. To you and any victims in your space. So only not affected by item trap cards, so this will still get me. Spinning floor blade trap. Roll 2 dice for each result. Do the following. 1 through 4, you take 1 damage. So we've got 2. Ouchie. 5 and 6, you may move 1 space. Ow, that hurt. Get out of here. All right. For each 1 to 4 that you rolled, horror goes up. Okay. Well, I don't mind that so much now. I mean, sucks taking an owie, but to alleviate that. Nobody to panic. Upkeep phase. Good grief. House rules. Gotta re-roll it, but no effect. All right. My turn. For my turn, going for a walk. Gee, criminy.
Stop that?
I'm gonna re-roll that.
Because you didn't like it?
No, because it jumped out, and then when I re-rolled, I hit the other die.
That's better.
That is better. All right, we're gonna just take the loss on that. We're gonna move up to 1 space. Take an owie. But this person is a nurse. And they patched me up real quick.
Gave you a band-aid on their way out?
Yeah. From my foot being cut. So them being saved cancels out the heart that I just lost, and I still lose 2 time anyways. I forgot to reset my stinking time. And we're gonna do a focus, but not with those die. Oh no. Give them another chance.
Yeah, try not throwing them everywhere.
See? It's worth giving him another chance sometimes. Horror down 1. Time up 2. And we're going to stop there. So, take these back. What do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let me take 2 cards. So go ahead and just take my critical blow. No, so we need to move a little bit. So we're going to take Furious Strike and a sprint. Reset. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Killer phase. Nobody to move to. Wrath of Death. Unleash Wrath. Ooh, good grief. So he heals 2, doesn't matter. Horror up 1. Target a victim. Move. And stab. Hold that thought.
Why?
Because there's going to be another one. Increase wrath equal to your current health. So it's maxed. Should have took one of those. Target, victim, move, and stab. Now you can.
There was nothing that satisfied the gods like death. Inkanyamba stalked the ride attendant through the bumper cars. As the attendant knelt down to clean one of the cars, Inkanyamba rushed him and sliced off his leg. Screaming ensued, and Inkanyamba reached down for the man's leg. He took the leg and shoved it down the attendant's throat.
Ooh.
Quickly suffocating on his own leg.
I don't know if that's really a quick death.
I'm not really sure it's a physically possible death.
See, I even set you up for that one to improv that.
I don't improv.
I didn't play that card though, so it makes sense why you didn't do it.
I don't improv. I just read these sometimes poorly written deaths.
But, I mean, that would have been a good one. To cut his leg off and beat the other person to death with it.
I didn't think about it. But I'm not very good at improv, so.
Alright. Panic phase. 3. Back to the big top.
Where it's safest. No one's died there.
Except for all these, bodies strung up everywhere.
Now they're bodies before they were spare parts.
Same difference. Upkeep phase. And Unleash Wrath. Good. So he's not damaged. Increase Wrath. Or Horror. Target. Move. Stab.
Cotton candy was Polly's favorite snack. It's what she lived for every year at the carnival. She found an obscure cotton candy stand behind some of the tents, and there was no line. She jumped to the front of the stand, but nobody was making the cotton candy. Then the machine turned on, the hot air blowing throughout, waiting for sugar to form those candy clouds. Polly turned around to say something to the other person in line. It was a man in a ceremonial mask. She stepped back in horror, but he grabbed her, shoved her head in the hot machine as she screamed. The searing heat boiled her until she was still.
Ouch. All right. So that was upkeep phase. My turn. It's not gonna make any difference. We'll just hold that in case we need to get rid of some stuff. Trying to think, see what all I got here. We're gonna improvise this time. No, I don't want to do that yet. Just in case it doesn't go my way. So we're going to do a sprint instead. There you go. 1, 2, 3. We lose a time. Now we're going to improvise. Jeez. Give a close call. 2. To reroll everything. Focus on walk to change that. So we get, for the next horror roll, all 3s and 4s are successes. So for the next horror roll, 3s and 4s are successes. Set that there to remember. We're gonna furiously strike at this guy. So that's 1 success. Use our other close call to reroll this one. That's a success. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 damage. And horror goes down. Alright, probably take really worth it. I don't think so. A weak attack, and I've got to retaliate. Let's do guard. And that's it. Okay. Killer phase. I'm here, so he's going to target me. And I'm going to retaliate. And we're going to short rest and give up short rest and walk to change that to a success. So that way we do reduce damage from attack by 2. He only does 2. So cancels that out, and we do 3 damage back. And then terror card. They disrespected him, and now he wants their blood. If there are no victims on the board, discard. Otherwise, target, move, and stab.
It was foggy behind the tents, and Raoul could barely see. He saw spotlights on one of the tents up ahead and figured that was where the show was. He rushed into the fog, all ready to get his seat. Then he ran into something sharp. It went all the way through his stomach and out the other side. He felt the hilt of the blade and found a muscly hand. Through the shifting fog, he traced out a silvery mask glaring at him. Then another blade entered his chest, and his body collapsed into the thick fog.
Mess that with the ceremonial dagger. Whenever you do damage to the killer, decrease wrath by 1.
Tomato, tomato.
So I did that. Poor guy, from groin to gullet. finishing this. Increase wrath equal to the number of victims killed this turn.
Keep up.
All right. Nobody to panic because everybody's dead now. Upkeep. Success. All right. Well. All right. I don't think I'm gonna do anything.
Good turn.
2. And take a critical blow for all of my time. That. All right, killer phase. Don't need to worry about that. Nobody in a space. Straight to the terror card. Wrath of Horror. Unleash Wrath. Heal 2. Boo. Increase Horror. Target. Move. And attack. I've got a guard. Oh, jeez. I'll take that. It's fine.
You don't really have a choice. You don't have a close call.
Oh, yeah. So, Phil is reduced damage by 1. He only does 2 damage right now, so not too big. Increase wrath to the horror level. So just maxes back out. And target victim, move and stab. No victims. No moving.
Did you take your damage from his attack?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So all right.
Did you panic?
Oh, nobody to panic. Upkeep phase. 3. Oh, geez. The end of the upkeep, make a horror roll, unleash wrath. So, well, horror goes up. Oh, he heals 2. Then horror goes up. Targets me, stabs once for 2 damage. Stabs again, and I died.
So close.
All that for nothing. I was so close.
But alas.
All right. Well, that has been me getting back to normal. That was a nice, long, drawn-out game, though. I accomplished my goal of saving victims for my card.
You know, what probably happened is you probably saw Jerry's body.
And it distracted me.
Yeah, it distracted you.
Oh, when I did that guard.
Yeah.
Picked up a body part, picked up some spare parts, and deflected it and realized it was Jerry's arm.
And then you just broke down.
No!
Shock and horror.
So, yeah, that was me back to normal. Thank you for watching. All the extra support stuff is down below, including the eBay store where you can buy some minis that I've painted, and some other things depending on when you're watching this and what I have done. Till next time, live to roll. Or just roll them wherever.
Like you keep doing. Terrible.